Hello and welcome to another Akis video and to a new 2 million credit time trial challenge on Gran Turismo 7. We are at Lago Maggiore West End and we are in the Group 3 cars. You can pick any car. I've picked the Porsche, both because I enjoy driving the car and it also happens to be on top of the leaderboard at the moment. So let's just get straight into this one, as this already has the rumor of being a rather easy one, but that was also said about the broad bean challenge, which I had a lot of trouble with. But let's see what we can do with this one. This is Thursday afternoon. The time trial challenge went live Thursday morning in my time zone. I'm picking up my prize for the Valkyrie time trial challenge and we're jumping in here, and this time I have checked out the best ghost available to see what he's doing, and I'm loading the ghost right away. Let's see if I can keep up. First thing I do is to run wide into turn 1. I was struggling a bit to pick a correct brake marker for that one, but we managed to get the car around these corners coming down the hill. I'm looking a bit for that 50 board, but that's a bit too late, so I'm using the boards on the left hand side as well as an indicator. I also touched the sausage curb there. Don't do that, you'll get way too much wheel spin coming out of the hairpin. And the usual black box, that doesn't work here because you don't have the full run down towards Banky Boy as you have on the full layout. So you have to pick a different brake marker. I haven't really found that one yet. We're coming through the final corners. Just make sure you stay enough to the left so you can get a proper angle into the final corner and don't end up into the wall. 53.7. That is not fast. We are running wide into turn 1 again. At least let's see if we can figure out turn 2 and get a proper run out of here. But unfortunately, I get too eager. I run onto the grass and I think it's time to restart this one. So here we go again. We are trying again. Still not really finding a proper brake marker. The Marshall box, that's too early. There's some scaffolding on the right hand side you can look for. Maybe you can use some trees, or maybe check out Mista's or Keys or Titani's guide for some proper brake markers. I think we are doing a slightly, no we are not, I am missing the hairpin. But at least we don't get all the wheel spin coming out of the hairpin, so I think we are gaining some time on this lap as well. Coming into Banky Boy, braking later this time. And unfortunately going a bit on the gravel on the left hand side. So that was costing a bit of time. Once again, making sure to stay to the left so we can swing back to the right and get across the line. And this time it's a 53.0. And we get a slight bit more off, and I think it's about time to go and see if we even got the gold yet. So we've done this for less than 10 minutes and we've got the gold now, but we have to keep going. We are sneaking in a few minor improvements, still running wide into that turn 1. Yeah, I think I'm just giving up once again, just going to have a look. I am within the 2% at the moment, but we still have to keep going. I want to make sure this is a safe gold. We get a 51.797 this time around. And I am on a good run, so we are staying on board. And you can see the delta is really up, and I managed to get a much better run compared to earlier down the hill. And also this left-hander, I'm doing a decent job with that one. But unfortunately I get too eager and I miss the hairpin. So all times lost, and I also miss first gear. I tried to accelerate in second and I overdrive the car and crash. So everything is back to normal. Let's get out and try again. And I am determined to not let this melt my brain. So this is the final 2 laps of this one. I will definitely not overdo this right before I'm going off on a small holiday with my family. So let's see what we can do. I'm using the last of the big boards as a reference on the left hand side coming into this left hand corner, and just make sure to roll back on the throttle so you don't get too much wheel spin. You can see the ghost is running away from me slightly, so not the best exit. And here I'm using the start of that weird shadow on the curb there as a braking marker for the Banky boy. I couldn't really find anything else useful for me. And we are coming up the hill, same old story. Just make sure I get enough of an angle into the final corner. You can see I almost jumped over the curb there, but we keep it going. And this is the very final and best run for now. And we managed to get the car pointed in the right direction. We are up on the delta, and can I just roll into this? You can see I have to get back on the power. If you time it perfectly, we can just scrub off the speed all the way to the hairpin. I had to accelerate a bit. That's definitely not ideal, but still the time is up, and we are coming around the Banky corner once again and up the hill, and make sure we just don't bottle it, because at this point I was already determined that I would just call it a day if I could keep the car alive for this final round. And we end this one on a 51.397, and I parked the car around 40 minutes after I entered this time trial challenge. I hope this time will stick. I hope you found the video entertaining, maybe even somewhat useful. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.